someone told me your first 3 years, I didn't know you didn't have Matthew Stafford your first 2 or 3 years, but they said your fourth. They said your fourth year you went crazy. So I'm going in my fourth year. I'm like, I don't know if I can keep up with Calvin going into this fourth year.
Nah, man, you were well ahead of the curve, bro.
I'm gonna have to do something crazy magically. We get an extra game. They got this extra game. Everyone's trying to catch your record. They still can't do it. I'm like, he did it in 16 games. All these dudes, 17 games, still can't get the yards. I'm like, I'm telling you, bro, that 2000 ain't nothing to play with.
Bro, it's just I had we had a 3-year span where we went off for like 3,000 plus yards. Or no, it was like 3-year span. We went for like 5,000 yards or something like that in like 3 years. Like we went ham in 3 years. Me and Matthew were just sinking on. He was just throwing me everything. Yeah. But like you said, the first couple of years, like my first year, I went for 700. I think my rookie year, and then my second year I had like 12 or 13 or something like that. My third year, I lost like 4 games, and I went for like 900. They actually, I ain't gonna do it now. We ain't gonna talk about that right now. Yeah, I went for 985
Talk about
that
what?
year.
No, tell us. Let it out. Talk to us. Let it out.
I'm working myself back into good graces right now.
Okay, I feel you.
Come on, man.
I feel you. How many you go for your fourth year? I'm gonna have to look this up. Hold on, Calvin.
I don't. I feel like after that third year, I think I hit like 1,000 every year from there, 1,000 plus every year from there. I don't know.
Do you think you could still suit up today if you had to for a game?
I look good out there, but I tell you, I feel like every day. I feel like my knee. I feel like I got this sharp pain in my knee. I feel like my Achilles got like 2 threads left.
Really?
I was like, man,
damn,
man, I ain't about to. I do my camps and stuff like that, bro. I feel like I just play a full game the next day. I wake up in the morning dragging my feet across the floor. I'm like, damn, I just did a couple of drills for the kids today.
Yeah. 1,100 your fourth year, 1,600 after that, 1,900. Yeah, it's over with. It's over. and nobody getting that record. I'm sorry.
It's too attainable now, man. You see how I feel like the last 3 years somebody's been flirting with it, or
flirting with it, but never hit it.
Yeah,
with the extra game.
If my man didn't get hurt this year,
but look, you did it in 16 games. So if he left, without one game, that's just how you did it.
It's crazy. I mean, it was crazy. I didn't expect to get it. My coach, actually, Sean Jefferson, I was fortunate to have a player coach. He helped push the hell out of me. But I think it was halfway through the season. He told me, he's like, man, if you average like 150 yards every game, you can get that record. I was like, man, I ain't even thinking about that, dog. I'm trying to win some games. And he just kept on pushing me. I got like 200. And he was like, shoot, you made it a little better. So, if you average like 130 yards every game, I was like, and he got me thinking about it a little bit. So you kind of put a goal out there, kind of help, obviously setting goals for yourself and stuff. It wasn't a goal of mine, but obviously something else to focus on, when everything gets mundane during the season.
Whose record did you break when you broke it?
Jerry Rice.
Mm-hmm. I remember where I was when you broke it too. You gave the ball to your dad, right?
Yeah, that was dope. Yeah,
I remember where I was watching. That's crazy.
How many yards did you beat it by?
Though, about that moment, my mom was mad because she wasn't down there. It's because she was out talking somewhere to one of her friends. She wasn't paying attention. Right. But what did you say? How many yards? How many did I break it by?
Yeah. How many yards did you break it by? By a lot?
I feel like it was I feel like he had I think I finished with 1964. I feel like he was like 18, almost 1900, something like that. And I think about it all the time. Like, damn, I could have easily had 2,000. I just think about all the drop passes I had that season.
Man.
No one's gotten Eric Dickerson's record either, huh?
No.
Like AP got close.
AP was like 8 yards away or something.
Yeah. Them things are hard to break.
Tough.
Yeah.
And watching AP in his heyday, bro, playing against him, it was amazing to watch, but it was hell to play against.
Mm-hmm.
It was tough, but man, to see him, somebody like him almost break it. I'm like, I don't know who's gonna break it. I ain't seen nobody running like him, run as hard as that dude, and just carry a team like that. That dude right there.
And it's more pass heavy nowadays, so that might be set. Here's a question for both you guys. In your prime, you and my brother on the Detroit Lions, who's catching more passes in the game?
Who's catching more passes in the game?
Yeah.
honestly, Amon-Ra might. You're gonna catch all the.
He's
If I'm
gonna
on the
go for more
outside,
yards. He's gonna
he
go
gonna
for
catch all. I'm gonna have my yard is probably gonna be like 15, 16 average,
right.
but he gonna
My
Yeah.
catch
average gonna be
everything.
down.
He gonna catch all the. Hey, it all depends on he getting that yak. He
I'll be
get that
looking at my
yak that
average. I'll
game.
be
He's
like,
good.
last game I had like 9 catch for 77. I said, damn, that's a shitty average. Fuck.
But something like check it, you have big averages. It's like 15 or 20 average sometimes. I checked your games.
Yeah, I mean, some games I'm like you
Yeah.
can't get 10 yards a catch. That's embarrassing. Like I'm like, damn, you can't get a first down a catch. I'd be like, damn.
Sometimes you just moving the chains though. I mean, all in perspective.
Like you look at your Calvin's yards per catch is ridiculous. Like that's a true X. Like I don't know how many dudes you have nowadays doing that. Like most dudes nowadays, shoot, Justin Jefferson's still doing it. But like a bunch, Tyreek's probably one of the only other ones that have a high yards per catch. The rest of them is like 12, 13, 11. I think it's because how much slot did you play when you were playing?
Bro, man, that's when. So when we put up them big yards for those 3 years I was talking about, I was playing a lot of slot then.
Okay.
Coach moved me because they had me outside. They can just triangle out defense me, put the linebacker, the corner, and the safety on me, and just take me out of the game. So he put me in the slot, had me crossing the field the whole time. Bro, I was eating when they put me in the slot. I
Yeah.
also hurt my last 2 years. Like we got a new head coach and coordinator. I had Coach Caldwell. He was wonderful, but like the coordinator, he didn't use me in the slot no more. He just put me back out there at the X. So
Right.
I was still able to get like 1,000 yards and whatnot, but like I just know like when you're in that slot, man, you have options. You got the option routes.
Right.
You got options on how to defeat your man. You got so much space to work with. It's just like you got all this space to use. Like, and that's why I love like you have like a veteran quarterback like you got. Y'all build that connection, man. It's just like you just dominate like you've been doing in there.
Right.
I have another question, real quick. I seen the picture of like you getting viced in the red zone. How many times did that happen? Was that only that one time, or did it happen more often?
That probably happened to me like 3 times in my career.
Okay, because I've never seen
Yeah,
that before. That's
yeah.
crazy.
It happened twice in that game, and then it happened in another game as well. I don't remember the other game, but yeah, I don't know if that was the playoff game or not.
That was the
It might have
Saints,
been.
right? The picture was it against the Saints where they had the two?
Rams.
Hmm.
Oh, I thought it was Rams. I'm tripping.
I know I had one. One of them definitely against the Saints.
Yeah.
When you scored, you always dunked it. Was that your celebration, or every now and
Until
then?
they told us that we couldn't dunk no more.
Yeah, I'm about
Jimmy
to
Graham.
say. Was it because of you
Yeah,
or Jimmy Graham?
I think Jimmy Graham messed it up for everybody.
Yeah,
He used to
Right.
hang on the goalpost. I'm just out here trying to do all kind of cool 360 or do some Michael Jordan type stuff,
Right.
and he over here hanging on the goalpost, making them all in line, messing up for everybody. We couldn't see. Y'all could do everything now. Y'all could do all the celebrations. It's cool as hell. Hey man, they used to call it the no fun league. So they used to let us do. We used to get flagged for celebrating and all that. It's
We
crazy.
still can't do nothing, man. I won't even talk about it, man. Can't,
You just got fined.
getting fined for all type of stuff. Like I can't even just be myself. It's a fine every time I do anything. I'm done. I'm just gonna hand the ball to the ref. I'm gonna do the old Barry.
That's what they call it, the Barry Sanders. Yeah.
Right.
That's crazy.
Shoot, where we at now? Shoot, I wanted to ask you the 0-16 year with that you went was Dan. Dan was on that team, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I try to tell people that. People always ask me, "What's it like playing for Dan? What's it like playing for Dan?" I'm like, "Bro, I probably got that question 30 times already." I'm like, I don't know.
Man,
It's all I really know. It's the same dude every day. Like it's just the kind of guy he is. His storytelling is crazy. I don't know how he's able to like come up with stories and relate it to the game. Like he just he's just good at
well, I
doing it. I don't
mean,
know.
the dude was a solid example, man. I think he had like one shoulder when we was and he was like RoboCop had the thing. He was still starting. We had other tight ends, but he was going out here and manhandling dude. Dude has like country strong. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And just being able to be productive and obviously be a limb down. I think that's what garnered a lot of respect from a lot of the team from him at the time. Just seeing somebody go out there and do that. So obviously seeing his matriculation, he went on to play somewhere else and then become a interim coach. And watching him grow, and then just obviously, when he came to Detroit, he was like, "Holy crap, is this real? I'm gonna bite your kneecaps off. Holy crap, is that real?"
right.
Just to see the the growth of you guys, and I feel like last year watching you guys, like halfway through the season, I don't know what it was. It just seemed like something clicked, just from watching from the outside, and he's like everybody just got it. I don't know what it was. It's just like boom, And from that point, it's almost just been like, a steady matriculation upwards. So it's been fun watching the growth. Obviously of Dan, from when we played to where he is now, but just the team that he's leading.
Yeah. I've actually want to tell both you guys this. Name I didn't even think about this, or you. When they say you got mossed, like that's the thing, you got mossed.
Mm-hmm.
What? How was it? Was that a thing when you were playing? Like you were mossing dudes? Because I feel like
Yeah.
you did what getting mossed. You did it better than what they say getting mossed is. I always thought of Calvin mossing dudes. Like, I never thought of Moss actually mossing dudes. He was running, catching over the shoulder, running past you. You were the one actually mossing dudes. So I always wonder, why is it called Moss and not like Calvin Johnson? You know what I mean?
It's funny, man. When I got to the league, I was like, man, I want to do this right. I'm gonna do this thing. I want to try to be the best version of this that there is. I was like, I'm gonna try to take all the attributes of all the best ones. And Randy, okay, he gonna go up and make a play on dudes. Okay, or he gonna run by a dude. You got T.O. He's durable. You got Marvin Harrison, just consistent. Just trying to take the best attributes of all these guys. Chris Carter, he got great hands. Just try to take some of these things and I'll put it all into one package. And the only way I did that, I was like to focus on each one of those attributes on a daily basis, take one of them on a daily basis, focus on it, and just do the next thing on the next day. But I try to do all those things, and I mean, and putting a steady focus on those things, fucking allow you to do that shit in the game.
Right.
Because you do it in practice all the time. It's like you're looking for opportunities to do it. And when those opportunities came, like I was talking about this with somebody the other day. I remember running down the field. We're playing Cincinnati. It's late in the game. We need to fucking play. And it's like late in the fourth or third quarter, and they're up by a touchdown. And then, like, I know Matthew. It's like Matthew see me hauling that. He see me digging. He gonna give me a chance. And I saw Reggie Nelson. I saw Pac-Man. And I'm like, oh shit, they got my energy. That made me turn up. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
God, this is like home team. Like I know Reggie because we trained together coming out in the league. Pac-Man, we go way back. I'm like, come on, man, please throw it. I just put my head down and run. I saw him launch that bitch. I'm like, okay, yeah.
That's
And it's
that
just
deep
like
one,
those are the
right? That's
moments,
the one
yeah,
in the end zone. Yeah, I know that. I remember that
yeah.
one.
And those are the moments that like fucking live for. So just like I've been there and done that where you let those moments slip by. So I had those moments. I feel I was fortunate to have those moments maybe early in my career and in college. I was like, okay, I know what that feeling feel like. I know I know what I need to do to affect that change so it don't happen again.